Hey guys, welcome to Author Stories. I'm Abrar Ahmed. I'm self-published author of 70 plus books on Amazon. So what I'm bringing in this interviews is like the author stories of various authors who are creating impact with their words in the world in various genres. So today we have a very interesting author. She is an avid reader. She's a writer and also like I was reading her book today. This is her book. Is it is it too late? So it is about taking it is mostly about self discovery and the importance of taking our decisions in a proper way, and also not overcoming that guilt and all. So let us begin with her introduction. So welcome, Sylvia. Can you start with your background and all?
All right. My name is Sylvia Godwin. I'm from Nigeria. So I'm a student of law and a writer. I love reading and working and I love eating too. So
Okay,
uh,
okay.
I love being able to help people. So in any way I can. So if I can do that through my writing, then for me that's really great.
Okay. So suppose like every author has a story, right? When they decide, there is some point in their time a shift occurs. They decide that okay, now is the time I want to put my story out in the world. So when was that time for you, and how did it happen?
Honestly, I've always loved reading, but I never even thought about writing. So until like 2 years ago, so I started some stories on Wattpad.
Okay, on
Then
Wattpad.
I have I haven't even completed them yet because I where I did my outline, it was on a book. Then that year my house got burnt. So I lost the outline and all that. So I haven't really gone back to the stories, but then I rediscovered writing this year during the COVID-19 lockdown. So
Okay.
yeah.
So see guys, that is what is important. Like there are people who see the adversity side of a particular event, and Sylvia is like she looks like a positive person who has found something very interesting during this time. So just to those who have joined just now, this is her book, Is It Too Late? You can find it on Amazon. It is available on Smashwords, and also I will drop you the links to her website. So before we dive in, can you tell like what is the overall outline of the story? Like for me, I have read it. So for the audience, what is the overall outline of the story and what you're trying to communicate?
All right. So the story is about a girl. So she had a secret. Something happened to her in the past, and she didn't try to confide in anyone around her, and the secret ate her up. And eventually, she felt like if she went somewhere else, then maybe it will get better. But well, you know the thing with secrets, unless they do come out, they don't get better. So she moved somewhere else and she made some new friends, but then some situations with her friends forced her to face her own demons. And eventually, she realized that it is better for her to share with the people closest to her. And she decides to go home and try to make amends. So,
Okay. So what I found really interesting about the book is that it is so much relatable to a common person, to everyday man, to everyday woman. It is so much relatable. We all have this type of experience, right, Sylvia? So
yeah.
there is no one like who can tell, okay, we did not have some form of regrets, or we need sometimes people to have that kind of support to express ourselves and move on with our life like that. And
Yeah.
yeah. So okay, for the authors who just want to write their book, so when did you release this book?
It was earlier this year, June.
Okay. And I was going through on Smashwords, like all the people, like they have given like the 5 reviews out there. So many people, they are very happy after reading your book. Just I was scrolling down, okay, what people are saying about the book. Okay, they are like finding it very transformative. And one thing I should tell, that the book is very well structured. So it has a proper structure, it is organized well, and it has a flow. It is not like after chapter 1 2, it happens in some books, right? After chapter 2 3 4 we break out. Okay, there is some sync, right? But this is not like that, guys. This is a very different thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So for those people who are looking to publish their first book, or they are hesitant to put out their first book, what is your advice, Sylvia?
Well, my advice is that in writing, you don't try to wait until it's perfect because it's not going to be perfect until you write it. So I discovered that when writing, you only get better when you write. So it's not waiting until you have all the words or until you feel like everything is final, because it's never going to be fine until you start writing. Then you can see the things you have and the things you don't have, not necessarily to publish or just write. Because I have like two stories I started before I wrote this one.
Okay. So I also like I come across many people who tell that, okay, I need to get it totally completely perfect. I'm just like, maybe they are facing some guilt to put their work out. So I think your advice is very much useful to them. Like, it is not going to be perfect in the very first instance. We have to get it out, right?
Yes. So you can try some free places where you publish your book just to get opinions. So you can give your book to people to read. You can try random people that you know, because obviously family and friends are going to try not to hurt your feelings. So you send it out to people that don't really know you, so they won't pull punches and they can give you real opinion of what they think of your work.
Yeah, this is like a very good, very important thing you have told. Like, of course, the family members and the friends, they don't want to make us feel bad. Again, like,
Yeah,
okay, they maybe they will tell, since they like us, they will tell, okay, your book is very great, like that. Yeah, it is very important to send to people who are not remotely connected to us, to get honest reviews about how
yeah.
our work is are doing and all. So okay, let us just go a little bit into the book. Like, uh, is this book inspired from some real world events, or some events in your life, or it is a work of fiction?
Uh, it's a combination, not my life precisely, but I've had friends who've gone through things, and so it's like these are issues that they happen every day, but we don't really talk about them enough because the numbers keep climbing or still. So I just thought I would touch events like that in different ways.
Yeah. So this is very interesting. Like, so at the current age, like, even we don't, if we don't have someone to share and all, someone reading this type of books, he finds some comfort. Okay, okay, there is someone out there who has also gone through such situations like that, irrespective of the
Yeah,
country, like that, right? As human beings, we all face this type of
yeah,
situations. So
yeah.
so while writing your book, like, what are some of the tools that you found very useful to capture the ideas, to structure the plot? Yeah, this type of things. So any tools, any
Well,
particular tool you find it very interesting to write a novel?
actually, when I was writing this one, I used an app called Novelist.
Okay.
Novelist, it's on Play Store. Yeah, you can write out your scenes and then you can plot your books. And then when you're done, you can compile the scenes. So when you get a scene, you can write it and just label the scene. Then when you're done, you can organize it in how you want it to come out. So you can do the final organizing. So it's just like you can write down your ideas and then later you can choose the ones you're picking and the ones you know. It's a really great app.
Okay, so I also, I did not know about this app. I'm going to download it on my from the Play Store. I'm going to put it on my devices. uh, and the other thing is, like, suppose how important do you think, like, the having so we have a group called 100K email list, right? So what we are trying to do in this group is that for the authors to for them to have maximum exposure to the books, people whose book is good, who have the good content. And we what we want is like they should be able to reach a wide audience. So that so what,
Yeah.
can you tell some thoughts about the group, like how do you think it will be useful, and what are your general experiences with that?
All right. So I think it's a really great idea because, for like starting authors like us, we might have great content, but we can't really reach so far and wide at the moment. So with groups like that, it's really great being able to communicate with other writers and finding readers, exchanging newsletters and stuff like that. I think it's really be a great idea. So being able to use each other's audience
Yeah,
and well
yeah,
share
that
our
is
content.
that is actually our mission, like so that the people who are producing the good stuff, they continue to they because once they are getting good incentive and they are having good sales, we want that those people who are producing the good work to produce more, so that they
Yeah.
can produce more and we can enjoy their work, and the entire world can find a lot of value in books like how you have written, okay, like books on self discovery, on overcoming some form of adversities in life. And and if suppose the audience wants to find your books, what are the places where they can find your books?
So I try to make my books as widely available as I can. So it's available on Nook, that's Barnes and Noble's online store. Then it's available on Kobo. It's available on Amazon, Smashword, Overdrive, Scribed. It's available basically
Okay.
everywhere. But I have a general link that a books to read link that would direct you to. Then you can choose your own store. So
Okay,
there is a
you
link.
have a universal link, right?
There's a universal link that.
Okay, guys,
So you just
don't worry. I will drop the link in the description section. And also, what I want to know is like, suppose like many readers find it interesting, like if they can talk to the author when after they read that book. Suppose if people want to reach you on social media, like your fan page, and like which places you are very much active, where they can reach you.
okay. I can always be reached on Instagram,
Okay.
on and on Twitter, and my email, of course. I always check my email every day. So you can reach out to me on my email, my Instagram, and Twitter. Those are mostly places I'm active at.
Okay. So can for our viewers, can you just tell your Instagram handle so that they can find you and maybe they can follow you there?
All right. My Instagram handle is at author Sylvia Godwin. Then for Twitter, it's author Sylvia GO1.
Okay. Okay. So it is so great, guys. And like, is there any upcoming work that you are having? Like after this book, do you plan to put out any other book, or you are in the process of creating a book?
Yes, yes, yes. I have a book that is on its final editing stage right now. The name is Fated Accident.
Okay.
Uh,
So
hopefully,
can you just
hopefully.
like can we just steal some of the preview, like a trailer? Can you tell us like what the book is about?
All right. So the book is about a girl, Teresa. She ran away from home because, well, her dad tried to push her into something she didn't want, so she escaped. To it's a romance, right? So she escaped to basically she didn't really know where she was going, but then fate led her to a small town in Idaho, and there she finds a new life and finds someone, obviously. So
Okay, so it is going to be something like a romantic adventure, right?
yeah,
Okay,
but then she obviously would have to eventually go back and face her past. Well, her past caught up with her, so she
okay.
was forced to go and face the situation and all that. So
Okay,
Just check
guys.
it out, guys.
When this book comes out, I will definitely involve you. I'll definitely bring you back for another interview, maybe on that particular book. It looks very interesting, and
All right.
so guys, like, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We are bringing author stories from authors all across the world. We have a lot of interviews lined up from Germany, USA, South Africa, Nigeria, India. So people are coming from a lot of different places, and like, we want the good authors to succeed. And Sylvia's book is really one of such books. Like, you should definitely read it. So for just for a reference, just I want to show you. Okay, this is how the cover is. Okay, you can see it. Okay, and also I will drop the links to her social media handle and her universal book link. You can pretty much get it on any store that is available, like the popular stores, Barnes and Noble, Nook, everything she has on Amazon also. So yeah, I will drop that link over here. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And also, yeah, you should definitely read this book if you are on path of self discovery, and you are looking for some inspiration in that currently the times that we are in. Okay, the times that we are in, like, people are seeking some form of inspiration, some form of some good words that can help them go through this and other adversities in life. Okay, Sylvia, it was very great having you over here. And
It's an
any final words that you want to say for the for your readers, or you can say any final words for me, the for anything like that you want, can say that.
all right. Well, maybe a word for people that want to write or are wondering if they should. Or I believe that everyone, you were put here for something, and if you have that story burning inside you, just let it out. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid of people's opinion. Even if you get a bad review, it's one person's opinion. It's not everyone's, and obviously it's everyone is never going to like the same thing. Everything is just subjective, right? So if you have that story in, just let it out. And well, eventually you're going to see, I don't know, it's very rewarding when someone reads your story and it's like, oh my God, I really loved it. This was so touching. And I'm always like, oh my God.
Okay. So you see, guys, actually Sylvia is really a very courageous and a brave girl. She's so because even if you read the story, you will come across the author as to be a very courageous person. And this is a very good thing. Like, we should not be that much critical about what people are going to tell. Otherwise we cannot produce some good works, or even we cannot know like whether we will succeed or fail. Leave aside the
Yeah,
success and the failure part on the right side or the left side. So at least we need to know, at least, like, okay, even if it impacts one couple of people also, the story has changed other people's life. So
yeah,
as I was going through this book, there were a lot of things that I could relate to. Maybe some experiences from my own life, some experiences maybe from my friends, or some from my relatives who have gone through similar experiences like that. So it just makes us realize that, okay, in how many different ways we human beings are so similar. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, both in pain and joy, both like that. So okay,
But
guys.
I'll just
We will be bringing more interviews of the various authors, and don't forget to check her book. I will drop in the links, and also you can follow her on the social media. And yeah, and she has this book is written from heart, guys. That is what I want to say. Okay, so okay, Sylvia,
thank
thanks for the interview. And like,
you so much for
yeah,
having me.
we'll bring you back again when your book releases. Okay, guys, take